Stop the Mona Lady. My name is Eleanor. Welcome to, or welcome back, you mortals, to part 3 of What If Deku was, or became, Elementor. Part 3. Final part, or the, in this What If, the Deku was going toe-to-toe against All for One. As Zuko uses his lightning, he uses his metal, he used his fire and ice, he could use, like, everything. As his friends are endangered. If he wasn't, as he used his poison. Like, he also used all of the, he has 6 arms. Because he unlocked a new poison, or new mode. So yeah. So he ends up, using all of the elements into one attack. As he says, how about this? As he destroys All for One's entire body. Like, evaporated him out of existence. Yeah. As everyone, as Zuko snaps his fingers, as everyone regained consciousness. Yeah. As, yeah, Zuko was basically, he says, well, I could tell that I could defeat All for One. As all the villains shows up, like, you killed All for One, now it's time for you to die, as they try to, like, come in, as he says, oh shush, as he swifts his hands sideways, as the wind blew them away, as fire too. So, yeah. Zuko was basically ready to hurt somebody. Not kill somebody, hurt somebody. And Zuko was basically big enough as he used, like, yeah. And everyone wants to be, like, even his people that are those citizens that walk up to him when every time he walks or he tries to not step on people, they usually stand out of his way so that as everyone that saw his power, and how powerful he is, or actually, the last part, though, before this video, Zuko says, he was just walking around to see if everyone was doing their thing. As he acts, or he, like, looks down, and he saw poisonous plant. The world's most dangerous plant. And you know what he did? He touched it with his hands. But instead of like him getting poisoned, his body turned into poison. Like, or actually, he unlocked it when he was just walking around. I was gonna add a new mode, like how Max Steel unlocks his modes by thinking about it or leveling up. Zuko basically unlocked a new poison, so he says, "Whoa, what just happened?" Or, yeah, so touching the world's most dangerous plant. Zuko, who, as one of the pussycats came to see him. Are you doing okay, Zuko? Okay? Yeah. As he, I'm going to try it out. As he tries using it, it's like his own water got turned into that. So he could still use his watery attacks, but it's purple. Yeah. So then when he transforms into his water form, then he uses it, nothing happens. But when he uses his poison, the trees die. Like, whoops, did not mean to do that. As Zuko tried it out, and yeah. So now after All for One versus All Might, or it should have been All Might, or no, All for One versus Zuko. That's what I should have said. Because, yeah, Zuko ends up won that. And he's a very strong person. And Zuko could not believe that he obtained air, fire, earth, water, and poison. So, yeah. He needed some iron in his diet. So, so they meet. So when he ate like a cow thing, not like a full cow, but the cut up one. When he ate that, actually, Zuko says, as Class B student, and then walked over to him and says, "Hey, dude, you and I should be training together, shall we?" Sure. And Zuko, as let's say Zuko, or actually the Class B student throws globs of metal. And Zuko dodges the metal thing, as he says, "Not bad." But then one of the metals went on right behind him, like the glob that he threw. Gotcha. And Zuko's body, as it's reacting to, as he says, "What's going on?" As the metal head Says, "Are you doing okay?" Yeah. Hold on. As his body, as Tetsu, saw his transformation into metal elementor. As he says, "This must be a new mode that you gave me." As he looks at his hands. And yeah. So basically he unlocked his 4 modes when he was just a... Let me remind you. He was... Before he became the water elementor, or before he even became elementor, he was called Zuko Midoriya. He was only at age of 5 before Bakugo got challenged to push Zuko into it. Yeah. So Zuko was... So then all that happened. Then after all of that, then Class B student, or Class A versus Class B, because I'm skipping the overhaul fight, because Zuko already won that. So Zuko ended up... Yeah. So he gained poison when he was at camp. He gained metal from one of the Class 1B students. And he hasn't tried, or he didn't even thought about the class, or his Ultra Link, because he's the Master Link, so he could link up to anyone. So, yeah, during the overhaul fight, when he was just... when Overhaul was a monster, Zuko just... Zumi tells her brother that we have no way to win. Because Mirio got shot and his quirk got erased, so he's now human, or he's quirkless, but Zuko, with his... somehow when he... as... let's say Overhaul tells Zuko that you heroes are weak. As he says, as Zuko grabs Aries, Zumi, and Mirio, but when they made contact with his like hands or skin, his powers activated, as all 4 of them transformed into, or like fused into his entire body. As he unlocked a new mode. I'm making him a little bit bigger than, or same size as the overhaul. So yeah, he's, as what happened, I really don't know. As you could see Ares' horn, but instead of one horn, he had two horns coming out of his forehead. And yeah, as his body, yeah. So he went through, so when Zuko became, or when he fused with his, like, sister, his friend, and the one that he's supposed to save, fused into his body. Yeah. Zuko, who used his, like, he used Muriel's phase through walls things, as he, like, he literally fell there. No, he walked right through, and he became solid. Uppercuts the Zuko, or overhaul, and yeah. And he used his sister's fire breath, but it turned bright white. And then he used uses Ares' quirk to break, or like use it to separate overhaul into 4 pieces. As Zuko unlinked himself, as all 4 of them as Zuko says, "What was that?" As he looks around, as he, like, yeah, so he used his earth abilities to slide them out of the way. As her Night Eyes could tell that Zuko's the Ultra Link, or Master Link. So as Sir Night Eyes tells Zuko that, or tells them that you bonded, or you linked with those 4 people, uses their quirks. That's cool, actually. So yeah. So then now after class A, or so let's skip all that. So at the, when, of course, Bakugo, or no, not Bakugo, after Class A versus Class B thing, and they became pro heroes. Ochako finally got married to Zuko. After all they have gone through, yeah. She got married to him and had 4 kids. Each one had their mother's gravity quirk, and each element of it. So basically, because their mother is Ochako, and their father is basically Zuko the Elementor, that's his name. That's actually his hero name, Elementor. As Ochako tells him that this is kind of good. And you know what's hilarious? He been like since after the overhaul incident, he had 2 daughters and 2 sons. Fire and water were the sons. Wind and earth was 2 daughters. Yeah. So yeah. So Zuko taught them how to use their powers. And yeah. Everyone respects him. And yeah. I'm not going to go into details of that. Thing. Because, yeah, they were just super weird. So, how weird? Super. Yeah. So then he gets teleported into another universe, and he came back from that. So, remember that what if battles between Elementor versus Toxon, like both Zuko's versus each other's? Yeah. So, yeah, and let me show you one of their kids, or when he, water is that's his son. Yeah. So, and they also adopted Aries into the family so that because they know that she's more protected. But now she's got older, and she ends up dating, and of course in this what if, Coda is her husband. Yeah. So time and water make a fountain of youth. That's what. Yeah. So Zuko, could tell that she made a cutie. Yeah. So now, gonna say adios, and goodbye. Catch you guys and girls later.